Hello, my name is Pradeep Muzoomdar. Welcome to Satvik, my YouTube channel, and satvik.com, my website, where I'm going to share the secrets of living a healthy, wealthy, and happy life. However, the topic of today's video is entirely different. The topic is 10 common mistakes many Indians make in English communication. Please note I said many, but I did not say most, I did not say all, definitely. I'm making this video with a very good intention of helping people in making corrections to these mistakes for those who make this mistake. Moving on. Did you know India is the second largest English speaking country? Yes, only after the US, which has got the largest English speaking population, India is the second largest country, and I'm going to share some statistics on that later in this video. I highly recommend this video for Indians living outside of India, Indians planning to settle down in the US, Indians working on offshore assignments for US clients, and I recommend this video to all the employers for their employees, for those employers who send their employees to the US or those who are having offshore employees working on US clients. A request, if you could please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscription is free. If you subscribe, share this video, spread this video, it is going to help me a lot, because a big portion of the income from this video I'm going to spend on charity projects in India for my charity trust, Uttishta Bhumi Ashram Trust, which I am running for last 5 years. So if you could please subscribe, the more people watch this video, not only it will help them, but also from the revenue I'm going to make from this video is going to help millions of poor and needy people in India. So if you could please subscribe, share and spread this video, that would be awesome. Now if you want to just pause the video, go ahead and grab a paper and pen. You'll need it, and also for putting a score. Coming to mistake number 1. What's wrong in these sentences? Hey, I am in a train now. Cell phone signal is weak. Could I call you later? Another sentence. The other day I met a school friend in a bus after a very long time. Tell me what's wrong in these sentences. When it comes to train, bus, it should not be in a train, in a bus. The correct English is on a train, on a bus, on the train, on the bus. So the correct sentences would be, hey, I am on a train now. Cell phone signal is weak. Could I call you later? The other day I met a school friend on a bus after a long time. So it should be on. It should not be in. Now, why do many Indians make this mistake? Why they say in a bus, in a train, instead of on a train, on a bus? The reason is, in almost all the Indian languages, at least all the Indian languages that I know, in all those Indian languages, we use the word in a train, in a bus. I mean, when we talk in Indian language. For example, in Hindi, the national language of India. Okay, if I were to say this, मैं train में हूँ. See, में हूँ. में means in. We don't say in Hindi मैं train पे हूँ. Okay, पे if translated in English becomes on. So since in Indian languages like Hindi, any other Indian language, as I told, all languages I know, it is मैं train में हूँ. When many people translate this in English, when they are speaking in English, they say I am in a train, I am in a bus. But actually the correct English is on a train, on a bus. It is never in a train, in a bus. See, lesson from this mistake. Get in the car. This is correct English. When it is car, we say in the car. But when it comes to train, bus or plane, it should be get on the train, get on the bus, get on the plane. not in the. Okay, so time to put your score. If you knew this, on the bus, on the train, etc., you get 1 mark. Yeah, moving on. Mistake number 2, the phrase one of my, one of the. Okay, what's wrong in these sentences? One of the rule of this game is play till the end. Tagore is one of my favorite poet. What's wrong in these sentences? Many Indians speak in using this grammar. Okay, go ahead and tell me what's wrong. Well, see, the word like rule and poet, when it comes in conjunction with the phrase one of the, one of my, one of his, one of her, it should always be a plural, not a singular. In these incorrect sentences, you see the word rule, poet, these are used as singular. This should be used as plural, like one of the rules of this game is play till the end. Tagore is one of my favorite poets. Many Indians say one of my friend, one of my teacher, one of my favorite book, one of my favorite movie. So these should all be changed to a plural. It should always be like one of my friends, one of my teachers, one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite books. Always a plural. Now, so same with his, her, one of my, one of his, one of her, anything. The phrase with the phrase, it should be a plural. Now, many Indians, maybe you, may not be you, may find it very odd to start using a plural word. You might still think, I'm talking of one, just one friend, of one teacher. Why should I say teachers? Why should I say friends? Well, look at this. Let me help you. One of my many friends, that's correct. You definitely use friends after using the word many, right? So one of my many friends. So drop the word many. What stays? One of my friends. So it is never one of my friend, but it should be one of my friends. Another example. Earth is one of the 8 planets of our solar system. Okay, so Earth is one of the 8 planets. Up to here fine, because we are using 8, you'll definitely use planets, not planet. Now drop the second half of this sentence. Earth is one of the 8 planets. So far so good. Now drop the word 8. Earth is one of the planets. So that's how it should be. Whenever you use one of the, one of his, one of my, one of their, whatever, okay, it has to be a plural that you are putting towards or after this one of the phrase. Okay, go ahead, put your score. Now, after every 2 mistakes, we will talk about trivia, and then we'll move on to the next set of 2 mistakes. So trivia. KG, you have heard KG. So before school we have preschool, like toddlers academy, nursery, KG. So what does KG stand for? What do you think KG means what? What's the full form of KG? Do you think full form of KG, I mean KG stands for kindergarten? Garden like a park? No. KG stands for kindergarten with T like in Tom, not D like in David. Okay. So KG is kindergarten. So if you are saying KG, that's fine. If you are saying the full word, it should be kindergarten. The German word garten means garden, but that doesn't mean we can say kindergarten, because that's not the correct word. Yeah, it is kindergarten and not garden. Okay, trivia, just trivia, no marks, no score for that. Moving on to mistake number 3. When you want to ask somebody about, where is your home or where do you reside, how do you usually say? Do you say like, where do you stay? Yes, many Indians say, where do you stay? I stay at so and so place. I stay, you. When they are talking about home, so that's incorrect. Whenever you want to ask about home, like where is your home, where do you reside, it should not be where do you stay, it should be where do you live. Now, there is a vast difference between the word stay and live. Okay, so let me explain you. Live is permanent location, place. We live in our homes, we don't stay in our homes, we live in our homes. Okay, we stay at temporary locations, we stay in hotels, we stay in resorts, we stay in our friend's place, we stay at our relatives. So stay is a temporary stay, short stay. Okay, home is a long period of time we reside there. So it should be always, if you are asking about home, residence, permanent address, then, or you're telling about your home or something, it should be, use the word live, not stay. Now, one of the purposes of making this video is because of the increasing number of Indians settling down in the US. Today the statistics is there are more than 4 million Indians in the US. Please note, out of around 250 countries in this world, half the countries do not even have population of 4 million. Population of half the countries in the world is less than 4 million. 4 million, 4 plus million Indian or people of Indian origin live in the US. And it makes a lot of difference when you use incorrect words, incorrect English over here. It so happened with me. When I came to this country in the year 2000, one day I asked an American colleague of mine, where do you stay? The same way as I used to ask in India, stay. And this American colleague of mine kind of frowned and told me, Pradeep, I live, and he said where he lived. So later I realized, okay, it makes a lot of a difference, if we make this kind of mistake in our English communication. The person might get offended thinking that, why do you think he cannot even afford a home? Why do you think that he's staying at somebody's place or something? I mean, just wanted to share this with you. So why not make some corrections if possible? Yeah. Now, put your score. Next, mistake number 4. There are many words I have spent more than 3 decades in India, and now I am here in this country for more than 2 decades. And I have always been observing about these mistakes and in communication. There are quite a few words which are incorrectly used by many Indians. I picked 2 for this video. First one is revert. So what does revert mean? Revert means change back. So like kind of revert is a one word substitution for change back. But what happens is I have seen many Indians say revert back. So by saying revert back, like you're like saying change back. So that doesn't make any sense. So either say change back or say revert. Don't use the word back after revert. So incorrect sentence would be revert back the changes. Correct would be revert the changes. Okay. Similarly, another word, comprises. Comprises means composed of. What many Indians say is comprises of. Again, by saying comprises of, we are saying like composed of. Doesn't make any sense. Either say composed of or just say comprises, not comprises of. So incorrect sentence, the team comprises of a captain, a vice captain and other players. The correct English would be the team comprises a captain, a vice captain and other player. Drop that off. Okay. How about comprised of? That's not correct English at all. There is nothing like comprised of. Comprised is not kind of a past tense for comprises. See, comprises means it's already done, like Like in our example, the earlier example, the team comprises of, the team comprises of is wrong. Team comprises, it is already done, the team is already there, it's done, it's not happening or future or something. So comprised of is not required at all. Just say composed of if you want to use that as ed, okay, ending with ed, but not comprised of. So lesson, do not use the word of after comprises, just say comprises. Score. So you might say, oh, one I used always correctly, the other one not. Half score. Okay, trivia. So foolproof, English word, of course, foolproof. Okay, so how do you write foolproof? Okay, we talk about foolproof idea, foolproof system, foolproof. How do you write foolproof? See, many Indians think that foolproof is FULLPROOF, foolproof, but that's not correct. It's FOOLPROOF, foolproof. Okay, and it's one word, foolproof. Foolproof means what? Fool. It's not fully proven. That's why it's not fool. FULL proof. Foolproof means you cannot prove. You cannot fool. Okay, foolproof system. You cannot fool the system. It's a foolproof system. Yeah. Similarly, there is another word or terms like fullscape paper. Many people think it is fullscape paper, like because it is like a full size page or something like that. No, it's fullscape, and that comes from fool's cap. Okay, somewhere in 15th 16th century in Europe, people would take a big size paper, make a cap out of that paper, and put it on somebody's head to tease the person as a fool person. So that was fool's cap, a size of paper which is good enough to make a fool's cap came to be known as foolscape paper. Okay, so it is again not fullscape, it is foolscape. Okay, that was just a trivia, no score for that. Coming to mistake number 5, vacuum, like in vacuum cleaner. How do you spell vacuum? Go ahead and write vacuum on your paper. Did you spell it like VACCUM? Is this your spelling of vacuum? Millions of Indians spell vacuum like this. The correct spelling of vacuum is VACUUM. Yeah. So the incorrect spelling, of course there may be many incorrect spellings, but many Indians write vacuum as VACCUM with double C and single U. Actually it should be single C and double U. Go ahead and put your score. Yeah. Now we are halfway through the video. We discussed 5 common mistakes out of 10. So an additional trivia. Okay, pant. Okay, many Indians say pant. Okay, it should be pants, half pants, full pants. A wrong statement would be like he was wearing a shirt and a pant. Okay, correct sentence would be he was wearing a shirt and pants. Yeah, like shorts, trousers, bermudas, pants. Always these go with as plural, not singular. Okay, another trivia. Okay, news. Do not use do not use a before good news, news in conjunction with news. Okay, a wrong sentence would be I have a good news. Correct sentence would be I have good news. Wrong, that's a good news. Correct, that's good news. Drop that a. Now again, why many Indians make this mistake? Same thing. In Indian languages, we have a we say a, like ek achhi khabar. Okay, so translated in English is a good news. But no, when it comes to English, we do not use a. Okay. Okay, what is the past tense of I? I. What is the past tense of don't? Didn't. What is the past tense of no? Knew. So what is the past tense of I don't know? So if you add up the left side, I don't know, and the right side, I didn't knew, do you think the past tense of I don't know would be I didn't knew? No. The past tense of I don't know would be I didn't know. See, we cannot use the word knew after the word didn't or did, in conjunction with did or didn't. We cannot use a past tense word like knew. Okay, many Indians say I didn't knew, he didn't knew, she didn't knew. So it should always be I didn't know. So I didn't know, she didn't know, he didn't know, they didn't know, etc. So incorrect question would be did you knew that? Correct English would be did you know that? Okay, so when we use a did or didn't, so it should be no, don't use a knew. Okay, and this is not only for the word knew and no, but also with other words. So do not use, so lesson is do not use a past tense word, example knew, went, etc., while using did, didn't, etc. Yeah. So incorrect example for incorrect one would be yesterday he didn't came. See, yesterday was past, came is a past tense word, but that doesn't mean yesterday he didn't came is correct English. Because we are using the word didn't, use the word come instead. Like instead of knew, use no. Similarly, instead of came, use come. So the correct English would be yesterday he didn't come. Another example, did he went to school yesterday? See, yesterday was past, went is past, but did he went to school? That is not correct English. Did he go to school? So again, repeating, the lesson is do not use a past tense words like knew and went, etc., whenever it comes to using along with did, didn't, etc. Okay, go ahead and put your score. Okay, riddle for you. Everybody, somebody, anybody, nobody. See, there were 4 people named everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. And then there was a task to be done. Everybody thought that somebody will do. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. So, question for you. Was the task done? Some of you might say that no, the task was not done because you just said nobody did it. But actually the task was done. Nobody did it. That 4th person named nobody did it. Yeah, poor joke. Okay, coming to mistake number 7. Everybody. Everybody. We use the word everybody many a time instead in place of all. But remember, all is plural, everybody is a singular. So we have to change the grammar accordingly. Many Indians use everybody as a plural, but use it as a singular. Example, there are 15 people in our team and today all were present. Now that's correct. All were present. All should be used as plural, so were. But the same thing if we say with the everybody, with the word everybody instead of all, then how it would be? There are 15 people in our team and today everybody was present. Though by everybody we mean 15 people, okay, and 15 people of course is plural, but since we are addressing or replacing this 15 people with everybody, that becomes a singular and should be all 15 people, everybody was present. Another example, there were 30 students in the class today and all were quiet. But instead of all, if you use everybody, there were 30 people. So there are 30, many, plural, okay, in the class today, but everybody was quiet. So use everybody as a singular, not as a plural. Okay, so lesson is all is plural, so all will be used as all, are, were, have, etc. But everybody is a singular word, use it as a singular. Everybody is, was, has, etc. Okay, put your score. Mistake number 8. This number of Indians making this mistake is not too many, but still there are many who do this. Okay, the words used and supposed, we use a lot of these words in while saying I'm used to it, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to know that. Now many Indians make a mistake while using this in the present. They drop the D. So past, I was used to it. So what would you say in present? I'm used to it? No. The D is still required. Okay. Because these things like I'm used to it, supposed, this is used in a different way than just using the word use and suppose. So the correct sentence or English would be I am used to it. The D still remains, whether it is we are talking in the past or in the present, D will still say. Same with, of course, he is used to it, she is used to it. So it doesn't matter whether we are talking of first person, second person, third person. Similarly, supposed, past, in the past, okay, I was supposed to know that, supposed. Present is also I am supposed to know. Even today I am supposed, it is not I am suppose. Okay, put your score. Time for trivia, and this would be a little longer than other trivias. Many Indian words means words from many Indian languages are adopted into English vocabulary, and they are used widely, and some few of these words are like jungle, pajama, bazaar, mantra, curry, etc. And as I'm telling you, out of many Indian words, these are just few, just examples. Similarly, there are words like karishma, chitti. Chitti, the Hindi word for postal letter, has become chit of paper in English. So chitti is from, chit comes from there. Then there are words like alley, gully. Of course, gully is also used in English, but more like alley. But see, alley and gully, so phonetically rhyming words. Looks like alley has come from the Hindi word or Indian word like gully, right? And then there are words like upper, upper. In Hindi you say upper means up, niche means down. In English it is upper means up, lower means down. So this upper comes from the Hindi word upper, or maybe not, but chances are right. So what I'm trying to say over here is, in the beginning I had told you that India is the second largest English speaking country. Okay, here are some statistics. Population of India is 1.3 billion, which is 130 crore in Indian language. 15% of Indians can communicate in English very well. 15%. That is approximately 200 million. 20 crore. 200 million is a huge number. Now, even if you think that entire of UK or Canada and countries like this speak English, of course 100% wouldn't, but still, if you think almost entire of UK must be speaking English, how can India be the second largest? Because of the statistics of population. UK's population is not more than 70 million. Okay, so in India, if 200 million people can communicate in English, we are talking of more than 3 times the entire population of UK. Is how many people, how many Indians can communicate very well in English. So, but even more interesting is that 100% of Indians know quite a lot English. I'm not saying few words, but more than that. And if that is surprising to you, you will know it very soon now. So I'm just straight away saying 100% of Indians know quite English. Yeah. Now, I'm going to give you some words, English words. Try to translate in any Indian language if you can. Your mother tongue or national language of the country or any language that you know. Try to translate these words. First one is bus. Okay. While speaking in any Indian language, do you use the word bus or do you use the translation of bus in the language that you are talking? How about taxi, scooter, cycle? Cycle, a word, a scooter, something we have been using since childhood. Okay, but do you use cycle or do you translate? Do you have it, equivalent word in the Indian language you talk? How about rickshaw? Nice. Rickshaw, many people think that it's a Indian word. Okay, rickshaw or hath rickshaw, that is, but rickshaw is actually a Japanese word. It comes from the Japanese word jin rikisha. Jin rikisha became rikisha, rickshaw, rickshaw. So again, so rickshaw is the English word, okay, coming from Japanese word. But do we use any Hindi translation or any Indian language translation? I'm not saying we do not have the translation of these words in Indian languages, but do you know? Do you use? Have you seen, heard people using, or do we all use these English words? Radio, television, computer, keyboard, CPU, cell phone, laptop, keyboard, battery, bulb, audio, video, cassette, internet, Wi-Fi, printer, headphone, microwave, list goes on and on. If you notice, almost all Indians use these English words. We don't use equivalent Indian language word. Okay, and again I will say, I'm not claiming there is no translation. I'm just saying, have you even heard, seen anybody using? Go to a remote village of India and ask about like Asimit Aakde Yojana. I mean, see if that person understand what you are talking of. Asimit Aakde Yojana. But tell that the same thing in English, unlimited data plan. Immediately the person will understand. So this is what I am telling you is 100% of Indians speak so much of English, understand so much of English. So one day I was doing some research to find out that if we were to use translation of these words instead of using the English words, if we were to use the Indian equivalent of this, then how it would look like. So I came across an example, say railway signal. Now this is another word. At least all my life I have used the word signal. I don't know the translation of signal in any Indian language, any. Okay, do you know? So what is the translation of Indian railway signal? So I found the Sanskrit equivalent of railway signal. The Sanskrit equivalent, and Sanskrit, I mean, many Indian languages have been derived from Sanskrit. So it is not too different. Other languages will not be too different. So what is the translation of railway signal in Sanskrit? Do you know? The two-word railway signal translates into 7 words, and railway signal in Sanskrit is said as Agnirthagam Agman Harita Tamra Lohapattika. Okay, so instead of railway signal, if you want to say in Sanskrit, it would be Agnirthagam Agman Harita Tamra Lohapattika. Same, if I have to translate this in Hindi, I have to just translate these 7 words, the Sanskrit words, into Hindi, but then still the Hindi translation of railway signal would be a 7 word. So why it is such a big thing? So let's break up, okay, and see what Agnir means steam engine train, Thagam means to stop, Agman means from coming forward, Harita is green color, Tamra is like copper, orange, yellow color, Loha is red color, and Pattika is a post. So what we are talking, so a railway signal is nothing but a post, like a light post, okay, with 3 color lights on it, and the function of this light post is to stop the train from coming forward. So The translation of railway signal is Agnir Thagam Agman Harita Tamra Loho Pattika. Now choice is yours. Do you want to use these kinds of words, or you can call it sentence, instead of using simple English words? Tomorrow, if I may be wrong, but my guess, tomorrow if somebody tells you that the translation of the word Wi-Fi is just a 12 or 13 word translation, do you want to use that? Or might as well stick to simple English words, right? While talking in any Indian language. See, when life can be kept simple, why complicate it? Yeah. And there is a joke, even a little kid knows that if life can be kept simple, then why complicate it? See, in an English class, a teacher asks a little kid, where were you born? The little kid replies, Tiruchirappalli. The teacher asks the boy, spell it. The boy thinks a little and says, teacher, actually, I was born in Goa. So see, life can be kept simple, why complicate it? The only homework for this class is write down Tiruchirappalli. I'm sure you heard about Tiruchirappalli, place in India. Write down Tiruchirappalli on the paper you have got. After the class, after this video, check the spelling. On the internet you will find many spellings. Okay, find the correct one and see if you have got it correct. If you are not from Tiruchirappalli and still if you got the spelling right, you are really good in English spellings. Moving on, mistake number 9. What is wrong in these sentences? Which is your favorite color? Which is your favorite ice cream flavor? Which is your dream vacation place? What's wrong in this? Many Indians will say nothing wrong because they use it like that. What's wrong in that? Nothing is wrong. But you know what is wrong? All this which should be what? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite ice cream flavor? What's your dream vacation place? Now, which also sounds equally correct. Then why what is correct and which is wrong? Reason, where to use which and where to use when, there is a formula. Okay, so use which when choices are provided, use what when choices are not provided. Example, this week I am available on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Which day do you want to meet this week? See, I am giving you choices of what, 3 days. I am giving you choices, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and asking you, choose from these choices. So then the which is the correct word. Which day do you want to? Because I am giving you choices. Now if I am not giving you choice, I am just asking a simple question. Then it would be, what day do you want to meet this week? So I'm not giving any days choices. So if I'm just asking, it should be what day. What day do you want to meet? Okay. Another example where choices are given. Okay. I have chocolate, strawberry and pistachio. Which flavor of ice cream you prefer? So out of these choices, which one do you favor? But when I'm not giving you choice, just asking you, then what flavor of ice cream you prefer? Yeah. So that's the lesson. Okay, that when choices are given, use which. Choices are not given, use what. Okay, now go ahead and put score. Coming to the last mistake, take class. What's wrong in this sentence? Rita teacher is not come today. Anita teacher is taking Rita teacher's class today. So what's wrong in this? See, when it comes to teacher, students take class, teachers give class. Many Indians say teacher taking class. Okay, but it should be giving class or teaching class. Okay, so why again this mistake? Same thing, because in most of the Indian languages, if not all, at least all that I know of, we use the word which is the translation in Indian language would be take, taking. For example, Hindi, कौन क्लास ले रही है और ले रहा है. We do not say they, we say le. Okay, very casually, kaun le raha hai class, kaun le rahi hai class, right? That le translated in English becomes take. So we say teacher taking the class. Who is taking the class, like, but when it comes to teacher, it should be giving the class or teaching the class, not taking the class. See, again, as I told you, that I'm making this video especially for Indians here in the US, or so that's why it makes difference. In India it may not make difference, but here it makes difference. When I came to the US, and one day when I went to yoga class, I was a student, of course I was taking the class, but I asked a yoga teacher before the class, hey, are you taking the 6 o'clock yoga class today? And the teacher told me, Pradeep, I am teaching the 6 o'clock yoga class today. So, when in India, I would always say taking, and it would just be fine. But here it makes difference. People are confused. Why am I asking a teacher that, are you taking the class, right? In India, even many teachers use the same English, like, taking the, for example, in a staff room, again, I'm not saying everybody, but many teachers in a staff room, you hear, I mean, if a conversation is going on, like, one teacher asking another, tomorrow I am taking a day off, can you take my class? So in Hindi it would be like, कल मैं नहीं आ रही हूँ, कल तुम मेरा क्लास ले सकती हो क्या? So one teacher asking the other, if suppose they are communicating in English, teacher would say, tomorrow I'm taking a day off, can you take my class? So actually it should not be take my class, can you teach my class, or at least can you give my class? Okay, so that's how it should be. So when it comes to teacher, it should be give and not take a class. Okay, so correction. Okay, so tomorrow I am off, can you give my class should be corrected to tomorrow I am off, can you? Okay, it should be either give my class or teach my class. Okay, example. So lesson from this mistake: students take class, teachers don't take class. Teachers give class, teachers teach class, teachers deliver class but not take class. Okay, score. Now recap of the 10 common mistakes. Okay, first one, always when it comes to bus, train, do not say in the bus, in the train, etc. It's always on the bus, on the train. Whenever you use the phrase one of my, one of the, one of his, one of her, always use a plural. So it is not one of my friend, it is one of my friends. Example, stay and live, there is a vast difference between stay and live. So when it comes to asking somebody about where is your home, where do you reside, you say where do you live, don't say where do you stay. And same for yourself, I live at so and so place, not I stay at my home and home. Revert, okay, do not say revert back, just say revert. Do not say comprises of, say comprises. Vacuum, spell it as VACUUM. Okay, didn't, whenever it comes to didn't, never, I didn't, knew, I didn't know. And similarly for other past tense, when it comes with did, didn't, etc. Do not use a past tense with the did, didn't, use a present tense. Okay, everybody, use it as a singular, though everybody sounds like all. Okay, but when you, the grammar has to be like a singular. Everybody is and not everybody where, or something like that, are, or something like that. Everybody has, not everybody have. Okay, supposed, used to, whenever you use the phrase like I am supposed to know, I am used to it. Even in the present it is I am supposed, I am used. In the past also I was supposed, I was used, he, she, everything. So always that D, do not drop that D. No, I am used, I am supposed. Okay, which and what, use which when choices are provided, and use what when choices are not provided. Okay, take class. So when it comes to teachers, teachers don't take class, teachers give class, teachers teach class. Okay, so that was a quick recap. And now coming towards the end, almost end of the video, I would once again request you, remind you, go ahead and if you could please subscribe to my channel, because as I told you, big portion of the income from this channel will be spent on helping poor and needy people in India. So go ahead and subscribe if that's fine with you. Share this video, share the link in your social network, and spread the video as much as you can. The more people watch this video, not only it will help so many people, but also it will help so many poor and needy people in India. And with that, thank you so much. Be happy.